while ago I uploaded a video where I did a bunch of sketches in pen and talked a bit about why you would do such a crazy thing and all the different things I learned as I went through it. Today is another one of those sketches, only this time I'm focusing more on a few quick tips to help you if you decide to do sketches in pen. The first tip I have for you is to sketch very, very lightly at first. Do not commit to any of your lines until you are sure they are in the right place, because there is no going back. And this is a very important thing to learn even when you're sketching in pencil and you have an eraser. It's a huge saver if you know how to do this, and doing drawings in pen is a great way to learn that faster. Another tip I have for you is when you're sketching, don't be afraid to use shapes and very sketchy lines to figure out where everything is going to go. Most of those lines will not be seen in the finished piece, and the ones that are, they're just going to add to a very nice sketchy feeling that this picture is going to have. And now you notice I'm starting to add some of the darkest darks, and I just like to do that, so I have the lightest lights, the darkest darks. I have a reference for my two extreme ranges, so I know where I'm working in, basically, if that makes sense. You notice I'm working on the cheek right now, and it kind of just looks like a bunch of random scribbly lines. Like, what am I doing here? A lot of the time when you're doing drawings, it's going to look kind of like this. It's not going to make a lot of sense to begin with. Don't worry about it. That's normal. Just follow the reference photo, and as you fill out the rest of the picture, it will look how it's supposed to look. So just keep on going, follow that reference photo. You'll notice in a little bit, it's going to jump ahead, and I'll be way more done with the sketch than I was a second ago. That's just because I lost a bunch of footage. There it goes. I honestly don't know what happened. If I just forgot to record, or it was like, I don't know. Just, you didn't miss anything. Don't worry. So I'm just continuing on. I'm just scribbling randomly. Just something to watch out for. Since it is in pen, it is easy to get the darks, but it's hard to keep the lights there. And I know I have a problem every time I'm trying to get those midtones in and get it exactly right, but sometimes I end up just making the overall thing too dark, so that's definitely something you want to pay attention with. And I love doing textured drawings in pen, like this crocodile. I've done a tortoise before, and a ram, which has very coarse hair and lovely texture on the horn. And I love doing those because if you do a scribble or two off, nobody's going to know. They're just going to think it's texture because the whole thing is basically scribbles. Whereas you do someone like a human sketched in pen, which I also did, that's very scary, and when you make a mistake, it's a lot more obvious. So, and there we have another jump. I don't know what happened there either. I'm working on the background now. I'm adding Sharpie, mostly because I wanted the alligator to pop out of the page a little more, but also because there's difference in texture there. That's so much texture. I'm saying that word so much. So mostly for contrast, but also texture and tone. The Sharpie's kind of blue, the pen's kind of orangish. You can't really tell at this angle, but in person it's definitely very obvious. And that just adds a lot of contrast and, makes it look nice. So you can do all kinds of things with your pens, sketches. I don't know, be creative, do whatever. I hope you enjoyed this video and that the tips were helpful. Tell me below if you are doing a pen drawing or you have done one. Tell me your thoughts. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.